think. How is life treating you? Hopefully it's treating you well. Today we're going to talk about the truth of our reality. This holographic nature, the reality, the truth, the hidden, and it's always been hidden in plain sight. You know, I didn't just come back here for nothing, y'all. When I chose to speak of this stuff, I knew I would lose my friends and relationships, and I knew I'd go through these rough roads and getting to this place of my integration. I'm so sorry for all of those that had to experience that storm and dealing with that, but it takes years to get this embedded into you because it is such a shock to the system for one who came from the stages of religion and speaking loud in that. But see, even Jesus himself, I met and said, the truth of our existence needs to be told. And the funny thing is, many years ago, even prophets said one day I would rise up, speak. I'd return from the grave with a rod in my spine, and I would stand tall. And I would have confidence, and I wouldn't have fear that even my closest friends, the entire church, would rise up against me and walk away. And it did, you know? And here we are today, still smiling, living a dream, and here speaking this to y'all, because we all need to line up and wake up. And when we really care about one another and recognize we're all part of each other, we're willing to come back and shout it out. So, modern science, spirituality, and even ancient wisdom is all pointed to the same teaching that I've been teaching you. And this is a truth. This world is not as real as we believe. It is a projection, a holographic simulation. We've been talking about that over and over again. It's a construct designed to give the illusion of solidity and separation. Repeating some of this because this is valuable and important. Research what I'm telling you. You'll find it. I'm not just making up some voodoo stuff. This is not just an experience from dying. This is a discovery of truth. You know, many of us think that this hologram is simply something futuristic. The truth is we're in it now. It's a holographic reality right now in front of us. And even hidden in plain sight, waiting to recognize. Waiting for us to recognize and remember the truth. Been knocked out by a power light source and returned into this existence to forget who we were. But the truth is we need to remember who we are. Science behind this illusion. Quantum mechanics, observer effect science, proven that the particles exist multiple states until they're observed, till we put a focus on them. And we know that the suggested life is not fixed. It changes based on our perceptions and our ways of looking and viewing at them. And this suggests that reality is not fixed, changed. What are you going to focus on? Good morning, American Stoner. You see, if the physical world were absolute, it wouldn't behave like this, in this way. Instead, it responds to consciousness, much like simulation or a dream. As science backs this up, quantum mechanics, it's telling us this is holographic universe theory, It proposed by a physicist like David Bohm, as a matter of fact, and Leonard Susskind. And the theory suggests that our three-dimensional reality actually is encoded on a two-dimensional surface. Much like a hologram, what we experience as depths and space is merely nothing more than illusion. Just a holographic projection appears three-dimensional but is actually flat. What? Really? Yeah. But this isn't just an abstract. This is science. Evidence is out there now, and it's woven into the fabric of our daily lives. Every clue that reality is a hologram is here, and I'm going to show you how to look for it. Think about the digital nature, the reality, the pixel resolution limits. Just like a video game, a virtual world, our reality has the limit on how small things can get. They're known as the Planck length. Scientists believe that the space and time themselves may be pixelated, meaning that at its deepest level, the universe functions like a digital simulation, much like all of those video games you guys like, you know? So, we got to look at that. And this is similar to how that video game has a maximum resolution. No matter how much you zoom in, you eventually hit a limit. Just like the universe. You know, just as we do in the physical world at the quantum level. The dream, let's talk about the dream versus waking life. Think about it. When you dream, it feels completely real until you wake up, right? And then while you're in the dream, you believe you are in a solid world, interacting with people, feeling emotions. But where is that world when we wake up? Where'd it go? How do we know that this waking world is not just another layer of another dream? What if waiting for us is to wake up again? Always, continuously waking up. You know, many who had a near-death experience describe waking up in other realms, realizing that this physical world was just a temporary construct, just as we realize a dream was not ultimate reality. What about the deja vus and glitches? I'll get to your comments in a minute. You know, have you ever had a deja vu? Like where you're feeling like you've experienced moments before, disappearing and reappearing, perfect synchronicities and strange repeat patterns. You know, these experiences suggest that reality is not as continuous and solid as we think. It behaves more like a program running behind these scenes, sometimes revealing its imperfections. Right? Let's see what's up, guys. Good to see you, American Stoner. All right. I was watching Terrence McKenna's docu last night. Oh, wow. He was talking about and shrooms. Like the movie Inception. Oh, yeah. Piss farm. Did serious wonders for me. They completely cured my eating disorder, and it makes me disappointed that nobody talks about that benefit. Yeah, it's good benefit. Good to see you, American Stoner. Well, you should look up. There's studies going on all across the country right now where you could actually get them mailed right out to you if you have like something that requires them to have. What are you doing? Kicking me with your foot, little man. My dog just booted me. All right, let's talk about the fractals and the repeating patterns in natures. Let's talk about the holographic system and what it means, and the whole contained within every part. You know, we see this reflection in nature, like fractal self-replicating patterns. We see them all the time. They're everywhere. The veins in a leaf resemble the river's networks. The structures of a galaxy resemble the structures of the neurons in our brain. You know, a tree branches, patterns, mirrors the veins in our hands. These are all signals and signs that nature is built upon recurring patterns, just like a digital simulation or a code-based reality. Think about this. Technology is now mirroring what has always been true about our world. Virtual reality, come on, you guys got those VR sets. You know, it allows us to fully enter into the immersed digital world where we forget our physical selves while we're inside them. Come on, I've seen all these videos of people think they're going to fall off a cliff or jump off something, they're freaking out. Why? Because they're right in it. It's real to them. Just like this world's going on right now. What if this reality is the same way, you guys? What if we are simply a construction, a consciousness plugged into a vast simulation, believing to be real because we have forgotten our original states. We believe this suit is real and it's nothing more than clothing. It's an avatar for this realm. You know, we need to truly listen to these truths and pay attention. The greatest trick ever played on humanity is convincing people they are free when they are actually prisoners. You know, if someone really wanted to imprison people brilliantly, they wouldn't use walls and chains. They would create an illusion of freedom while keeping minds enslaved. They would instill enough fear to make people not even want to test their freedom in the first place. Most of humanity has no realization that they are enslaved to this system, a system that feeds off their energy, attention, and beliefs in this illusion. But the truth is we have ability to turn it all around. Not only prisoners, but we're the prisoner guard with the keys. And we can shift this entire baby. It's a mental prison. It's more powerful than a physical one because the prisoner doesn't even know they are trapped. And we're a bunch of us out here telling you, you've been trapped. We have been conditioned, people, to believe we are these bodies. That we have a soul inside of us. That they leave when they die, and we go to heaven or hell because of it. No, but the reality is we are the soul. We are the spark. We are the divine, eternal, infinite. And this body is just temporary. It's a temporary avatar, a vehicle for experiencing this simulation. And the moment we recognize this, we begin to unravel the lies that have kept us trapped this entire time. So your fear is the ultimate tool and illusion. You know, fear is the greatest tool to control. Think about it. When people live in constant fear of death, of rejection, or failure, they willingly stay inside their mental prison. But fear itself is an illusion. It only has power because we give it power. And the moment we see fear for what it is, a program designed to keep you enslaved, you begin to reclaim your true power. You start to see the division is an illusion. The race, gender, nationality, belief system, these are all illusions. They're all constructs used to keep people distracted and divided. You stop seeing others as separate and realize that we are all connected, all pieces of the same whole. It's truth, people. It really is. Let me check out your comments. I'm so down to try it, but I've tried DMT once. Sounds like 1990s French philosophy ideas. Nah, man, pay attention. Look at other worlds of simulation in layers of greater simulations. Kind of wild. Oh yeah, I'll have to check that out. Argued tyrant's greatest tool is fear. Right? It's true. So I'm not the only one who sees this. I'm not the only one who's experienced this. And science is backing it up. You know, the moment we all begin to question, to look beyond this illusion, we start to wake up. And once we realize that fear is an illusion, it loses its power. And once we understand that the separation between us is an illusion, we begin to see others as a reflection of our own selves, mirrored images. And once we remember that, we are not these bodies, but divine sparks of infinite consciousness, we regain our freedom. See, a prisoner who realizes that bars are imaginary and can no longer confine them, they're kind of a dangerous prisoner now, aren't they? The truth is hidden in plain sight, everybody. The question is, will you see it? This world's been giving us clues all along. Science, dreams, deja vu, fractals, digital technology, all are reminders that reality is not what it seems. And the moment we begin to notice this illusion, starts to dissolve, and the door to true awakening opens. The time to listen is now. The time to see is now. The time to wake up is now. The question is, will you step through? Can you handle it? That's pretty wild. Well, you guys, if you got any in the comments, go feel free to speak them out. Otherwise, y'all, make sure you do one thing towards your dreams every single day. Brings you one step closer. Make sure you recognize you're valuable and you matter, and you're all unique puzzle pieces, a part of the ultimate puzzle of the cosmos. Hang in there, y'all. Peace and love. We'll see you around.